To most viewers, the opening sequence of Young Sheldon seems simple and whimsical, a slice of Texas childhood, complete with a quirky montage of young Sheldon Cooper surrounded by oddball visuals, including that curious cow. But if you pause, tilt your head a little, and look beyond the surface, there's more to that cow than meets the eye. In fact, that seemingly random bovine may just be the key to understanding what truly sets Young Sheldon apart from its predecessor, The Big Bang Theory, TBBT. It's not just there for rustic flavor, it's a symbol, a subtle declaration of the show's distinct heart and identity. Let's rewind. The Big Bang Theory opens with a fast-paced theme song by Barenaked Ladies, showing a visual timeline of the universe's evolution, science, discovery, civilization, boom. Until we land in a cozy Pasadena apartment filled with comic books, action figures, and theoretical physics. It's a grand, almost cosmic, celebration of intellect. The sequence screams, this is a show about brainy adults who live and breathe science. Everything from the music to the visuals reinforces that high IQ tone. Now contrast that with Young Sheldon. Here we have a slow, easygoing intro, capturing the essence of a small Texas town. There's a distinct innocence to it, almost like flipping through a scrapbook of Sheldon's youth. And right there, amidst the sepia-toned snapshots and pastoral charm, stands the cow. It's not explained. It's not particularly animated. It's just there, mooing, still, present. So why the cow? On one level, the cow is undeniably Southern. It roots the show in its specific setting, East Texas, a world away from the nerdy urban bubble of Pasadena. The cow represents place, grounding Sheldon in a childhood far removed from Caltech's chalkboards and particle accelerators. Young Sheldon is about where he comes from, not just mentally, but physically. And that place is rural, warm, and often hilariously at odds with Sheldon's intellectual leanings. But the cow isn't just scenery. It's a mirror. In many ways, the cow is a metaphor for the young Sheldon himself, out of place, still, observant, and unbothered by the whirlwind around him. Think about it. Sheldon Cooper, age 9, is a kid whose mind orbits quantum theories while his family debates casserole recipes and football. Like the cow, he's a quiet presence in a loud world. He doesn't moo, but he might as well, because every time Sheldon opens his mouth, it's often met with confused stares, just like a cow standing in a classroom might be. There's also something spiritual in that cow's stillness. Unlike the vibrant, spinning graphics of TBBT, which reflect the speed and scope of adult Sheldon's intellect, the cow in Young Sheldon anchors the viewer. It says, slow down. Observe. This is not a show about destination, it's about origin. In that way, the cow becomes almost a totem, signaling a different rhythm, a gentler tone. This isn't about equations, it's about emotions. It's about watching a genius bloom in a place that can barely pronounce relativity. What makes the cow even more meaningful is how deliberately Young Sheldon separates itself from TBBT stylistically. The Big Bang Theory is a multi-camera sitcom filmed before a live audience, full of punchlines and laugh tracks. Young Sheldon ditches all of that in favor of a single camera format, narration, and a more sentimental narrative style. The cow, then, is a silent marker of that tonal shift. It's like a roadside sign that reads, "You're not in Pasadena anymore." Let's not forget the symbolism of cows in literature and art. Cows have long stood for patience, nourishment, motherhood, and domesticity. In a show so heavily focused on Sheldon's relationship with his family, especially his mother, Mary, the cow may represent that maternal grounding force. No matter how far Sheldon's mind wanders into the cosmos, the cow and Mary tether him to earth. There's also the humorous irony that a being as intellectually extraordinary as Sheldon came from such an ordinary place. The cow reminds us of that dichotomy. Here's where things get even more interesting. Adult Sheldon, as seen in The Big Bang Theory, is often portrayed as emotionally detached, obsessive, and socially awkward. But Young Sheldon, thanks to its setting, its tone, and yes, its cow, adds dimension to his character. We see the roots of that behavior in a real human context. The cow, representing the slow and steady presence of rural life, gives us a deeper appreciation for how out of sync Sheldon has always been, not in a comedic way, but in a poignant, empathetic way. And then there's the meta angle. The cow can be seen as a wink from the showrunners. In the midst of a narrative about a boy whose mind defies the laws of ordinary understanding, they drop in the most mundane, unscientific creature possible. It's a cheeky contrast. While TBBT dazzles you with whiteboards and Nobel Prizes, Young Sheldon gives you a cow and says, this is where it all started. It's a storytelling masterstroke, humble, absurd, and oddly moving. If The Big Bang Theory celebrates what Sheldon becomes, Young Sheldon mourns and cherishes what he leaves behind. The cow is part of that farewell. It's a symbol of the life that nurtured him but could never quite hold him. And while the adult Sheldon might forget the cow, might outgrow it, we won't. Because we've seen the before. We've seen the roots. We've seen the cow. In that sense, the cow isn't just a visual gag or a background extra. It's the show's quiet thesis. It tells you, this show isn't about physics, it's about feelings. It's not about what Sheldon knows, but who he is, and how the odd, loving, frustrating world around him shaped that identity. And in the middle of that world stands a cow. Watching, mooing, waiting, like memory itself. So next time you watch Young Sheldon and that cow saunters into view, don't laugh too quickly. Don't skip the intro. Just watch. Just listen. The cow isn't just there to make you smile, it's there to make you feel. And that's what makes Young Sheldon something beautifully different. Want this adapted into something like a video script or blog post?